Yeah, we're bringing out Psycho Kid. 2 wins in a row. Let's go. Been a long time since we shout out the Psycho Kid. Psycho Kid. Psycho Kid. 2 wins in a row after losing 7. Can we win more than maybe 3 or 4 games? Can we win maybe 3 or 4 games going into All-Star break? Oh, he's psycho kid. He's psycho kid. I think I just shook my head like too much because I just had coffee and then made me go like, oh, I think we're gonna have to cut it. Cut it, please. Cut it, please. Thank you. Psycho Kid, it's like 11 p.m. You need to go to bed. I don't care if it's Friday night, kid. Okay, what are you gonna do? Go to South Beach? No. You know what you're doing? You're going home. Okay, Psycho Kid? So can we go, Psycho Kid, please? Can we get in? Can we act like we know what we're doing? I mean, like, we should have had this all set up, people. You know what I mean? What's going on? He cultura. 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 However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura. Studio MOGURA. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the CashApp. Buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon in softcover. Available on Barnes & Noble in hardcover. Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Check out my, what's the next one? Sorry, Octotaco. Check out my blog, octotaco.com, and my comic shop. Check out my comics that I have for sale. I am getting to it. Check out my TeePublic. Nice design. Buy the official He Cultura t-shirt, available on my TeePublic. Only on my TeePublic. Okay? Only on my TeePublic. Don't get it anywhere else. Get it on my TeePublic. Okay? Please. It's an easy way to support. It's a nice shirt. It's basically Ted with the three trophies. Ready to bang. Ready to bang the pots. And most importantly, please check out my Spotify playlist of all my tracks, my entire discography dating back to 1999 up until last year with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. That is the best and easiest way to support me. Just play my music. Find a track that you like. I know out of the 125 plus tracks, you're going to find one that you like. So please, just find one that you like and listen to it all the time. That's all you gotta do. That's it. Free music on Spotify. All you gotta do is download it. It's very easy. Now that that's done with, can we get to biz? Maybe. But first, I want to take a moment to enjoy this coffee because this coffee was really good. I made a good coffee. I made a lot of coffee today. At work, I made coffee. And it came out really good. And I made coffee today again. I'm like, it came out really good. And that's because yesterday I made coffee and it didn't come out so good. I had to make up for it somehow. I apologize for just still doing sound only, but too bad. You don't need to see me. Plus, I haven't shaved. I'm very scruffy. Scruffy nerf herder looking. You don't need that. Or maybe that you do, and I'm denying you the sight. Okay. So, but now you just get the sound. So be happy. Because we're 2 in a row. 2 He Culturas in a row. Coming at you. Getting back on track. Getting life back in order. Thank you, Elmo, for asking. I feel like that was a turning point in history and all mankind. We all became better people when Elmo asked how we were doing. And we answered back to him. It was cathartic in some way. It's good for humanity. It's what we need right now. We need Elmo, furry Muppet things. Things that make us laugh. Things that make us happy. And we definitely don't need the cat getting into the Chinese food. Get away, Supra. Jesus. It's like covered in everything, and she still just goes for it. And I gave her a little bit of snackies. I gotta keep her away. And she just is like, you know what, the gargoyle? Like that? That's what she looks like right now. Just peering at my food. It's just, I don't know what else to do. Well, you want to talk about this game? You want to talk about a win against the Wizards, like the worst offensive team in the league, like one of the worst teams in the league, and how we go up on them and then we basically let them back in at the end of the game, like we do with every team? You really want to talk about this? I'll talk about it. We'll get into it. You know, because, I mean, what else are we going to do? Hang out? No. I don't know you. Did you bring any weed? Did you bring weed to this shit? Because I brought weed. I brought weed and I brought coffee and I brought green tea and lemonade. And a little bit of Chinese food. What did you bring? Did you bring anything? You just show up. Oh, I'm just going to show up because, you know, I got nothing else. And I'm supposed to be entertained and you're supposed to do everything for me. No. You got to bring something to the table. That's how we do this. You don't get off the hook just because you're listening. Who do you think you are? Times have changed. You're not just the audience anymore. This is interactive. I mean, did you really watch the game? Because I kind of watched the game. I had it on another screen. I was like looking to the side, you know, doing one of those. And I kind of saw stuff happen. I mean, this is whatever. To be honest with you, it's whatever. Okay? So it didn't really matter who the hell was out there. As long as they won this goddamn game. Because they needed to put 2 games in a row together. To be like, okay, things are not totally insane. They're just a little bit. We can beat these teams that we're supposed to beat still. Good. It's a good, like, you know, little appetizer for the big meal. And for this stretch of 7 games, which if you listen to the last Cultura, which I know you didn't, and I forgive you, just this time, we talked about how there's 7 games going in before the All-Star break. And I had said also that, like, oh, you know, I didn't know how many sets to say. No, we could have determined it right because it was the 49th game, so the 7 sets of 49. I mean, 7 sets of 7, which is 49. So we've had 7 sets of 7 going into this 7-game stretch before the All-Star break. That sounds like some Satan shit. I love it. Not really. More like Las Vegas, which I love it too. We have to take the big chunks, not the 1-game samples and freakouts. It's just pointless to do that. You have to look at the season in bunches, in series, 7-game series. Just like you got to prep for playoffs. 7 games, 7 games, 7 games. That's why these guys drop so many games, because they do the same thing. That's what they figured out. They figured out, don't look at it like every game. If you look at it every game, you're just going to get overwhelmed by the 80 games. You got to look at it in 7-game series. It's the only way. It's the only way. You get like 12 or 13 sets, I guess. I don't know how many exactly games. 80-something games. But you get at least 11. So I'm going to guess you get 12. Let's just say 12 for now. 12 sets of 7. 12, like, series that you go through. And after you come out with that, can you make it into the postseason? And then get the real series that matter? That's when the real season starts. This is all preseason for the Heat. This entire block of games that we're watching, this is all preseason for us. This is preseason. This is not the real season. The real season starts in the postseason. That's our season. Everybody else calls it the postseason. The Miami Heat call it the regular season. The postseason for the Miami Heat is the title game, the NBA Finals. That is the postseason for the Miami Heat. That's what we're trying to get to. I still believe in this team. These guys, you know, if they're hitting fucking shots, bro, they're really hard to beat. They're still the same guys from before. You know? Jimmy's apparently hitting the three very well this year, so I say he's, you know, he keeps building on that. You know, Bam has got to find a way to get these really simple bunny shots and nail them, because that shit lately has been killing him. He was doing really well at the beginning of the season, but in this time that the Heat have kind of tapered off and stuff, his real problem, he's missing a lot of these like very gimme shots, and we can't have that. He's got to make these gimme shots, and then his jumper's been completely totally off. Like his jumper that he has at the free throw or at the top of the key, like he takes that, and it's usually got this beautiful arc and it makes it like no problem. But now he's been bricking it at the back of the rim or coming up short. He's just either or. And then Hero too as well has been coming up short since he's become. But all these guys, like you can pass the blame around to everybody. That's why I'm not gonna waste my time singling out somebody if it's not Duncan Robinson or Josh Richardson. Why? Because that's how it's gotta be. There's always gotta be a Chompers. So, I've got this stuff called Candy Corn number 6, which is Preferred Gardens. And we got this stuff, if you remember, back during Halloween. And I had gotten it in October, and I saved it for Halloween. Like, I literally saved as much as I could for Halloween, and it was awesome, and I'm so glad I did, because they didn't really get this back until after Halloween, which I thought it was really hilarious, because they should have literally kept their entire batch. If they didn't have enough to sell for Halloween after they... Oh, wow, this smells unreal, dude. If they didn't have enough to get to Halloween, they should have just made this the exclusive weed of Halloween. This stuff is awesome. It's very greenish, dark greenish, very sticky, very kind of like hard, but it's still not totally dense. It's dense, but it's really fucking dense. But it's really not super dense like a cookie, where it's like you get like just two little nugs and shit. No, this is like 4 nice, really big nugs, medium sized, chunky nugs. It's like dark greenish, dark purplish. It's very it comes from the Runts kind of like family, so it's very Skittlesy. It's very what's the other one? It's Skittles, and I can't remember right now off the top of my head what it's crossed with. But it's very like it's got a nice thick, like sticky kind of coat to it, and it's dark in color, dark in green, dark purple. It's just really good, and this shit has an amazing flavor. So I'm interested in seeing what this batch is, because I think the other batch was only 26%, and this one's like 28%. So, bon voyage. Smooth. No, it's good. It's good. I'm telling you. Catch Baja Boogie Blue. Baja Baja. Sorry, I'm talking to the cat. I forgot. We're on air. Whatever, bro. What are you gonna do, huh? My cat. Oh, yummy. That was good. So, again, we're in this gauntlet. We're in this current gauntlet, and we're going to assess what happens literally at the end of this shit. Right before the All-Star break, that's when we're gonna know, okay, how do we come out of this? This is a bullshit game against the fucking goddamn Wizards. We gotta win this game. We won this game. Good. Okay? Seal of approval. Moving on with our lives. Next. Is it Brooklyn or something? It's somebody. Somebody that doesn't matter. The Clippers. At home. Our home in Miami. Sunday. It's good. It's another winnable game. That's gonna be a nice, tough kind of like one of those. But we should take this game. We should take it from the Clippers because the Clippers are coming from LA and they're gonna have time to chill in Miami. Oh, South Beach, you know how it is. You know how it is con el Barbú. El Barbú viene aquí y le encanta venir aquí. El Barbú le encanta venir aquí. Barbú's playing, right? Barbú's playing? Is Barbú playing? Barbú. El Barbú. Yep. El Barbú. Yeah, El Barbu is definitely playing. So it's El Barbu is James Harden. El Barbu, you know, the beard. That's what my grandmother calls him. El Barbu. The cat wants to just like the cat just wants play and attention, and she tries to play with Katniss, and Katniss gets like she's like just so pissy all the time. So that's what's going on. But so yeah, so we got the Clippers coming up, and what are you gonna do? You gonna lose that game? To El Barbu and this guy that's still playing. I don't even know his name anymore. We all forgot his name. Never existed. I don't know who it is. What is his name again? That guy. That guy. You know what I'm talking about. That guy. That guy. That guy, bro. That guy, man. You know that guy. That guy, man. That guy. That guy. Exactly. Told you. See? I told you. That guy. I mean, what is with this team, bro? This team is like... Is this team good? Because, like, I look over here and it's like, I didn't realize they had P.J. Tucker. When did they get P.J. Tucker? When did they get Russell Westbrook on this team? Is this team literally Oklahoma City Thunder from back in the day, merged with the old school Indiana Pacers? Is Kawhi Leonard good? Are these guys good? I'm literally asking. I'm serious. I don't know what's going on with these people. Should I care? Should we care? Do we want to care? Yeah, there you go. They won a game there a day, an hour ago, I guess. They won something. Won against Detroit. I mean, get the seat. Okay, so like, Clippers are 32-15. They're pretty good. That's really good. That's a really great record, dude. These guys should be really good. So this is gonna be a nice little punch in the mouth for the Heat, bro, to wake up. Playing at home against the Clippers. How much is this game, bro? Is this game? How much are tickets for this game? So let's see how much tickets are. Miami tickets. Yeah, man. How much are tickets? How much are tickets for the Miami Heat game? Availability and pricing are subject to change. Resale ticket prices may exceed face value. Accept and continue. No, we don't do section 15 because we will puke over everybody because it's like so high. It's like, oh my god, eso me da mareo. Eso me da mareo. And let's just go between 100 and 200. Boom, 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 ba boom, 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 ba 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 ba, bing, ba ba, boom, bam, ba ba, boom, boom, bing, boom, bam, ba 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 ba, boom, boom, bing, boom, bam, ba ba, bing, bing, boom, boom, bing, boom, bam, ba 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 ba. Es que they te lo venden like 2 tickets, and I'm like, I don't want no 2 tickets, bro. I just want 1 ticket, man. I'm just looking for 1 ticket. Let me get it signed. Con 100. Should I go to this game? I can get a sticker right here. Yeah, standard adult, $145. $145. $145. $45. That's 375. Get the hell out of here with that. You gonna do that? You gonna go 375 on that? Are you gonna go 375 on that? Da 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 dee dee doo. No wait, man. We're not spending no 375. Okay, you're crazy. No, we're not spending 375, bro. That's insane. That's an insane thing to do. See, and they force you to get the 2 tickets. And I'm like, I'm not getting 2 tickets, bro, because I'm not getting 2 tickets. Wow, $145. That's a good seat. They're good seats. They're good seats. Palabinga, bro. Palabinga, bro. No, I don't like that right there, dude. I like it right here. No, over here. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna drive over there and deal with that shit. You know, I'd rather take the money and I don't know, buy something else with it. I don't know what to tell you. But I this is a good game to go to. This would be a really good game to go to because it's on Sunday. You know, yeah, it's on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, 6 p.m. I am tempted. You'll know because I'll do Cultura coming from the game, which I won't because I'm not gonna go. Is it a must win? I think we gotta win that game. We gotta win this game to really, to kind of get ourselves back on track because they beat us in January at the beginning of the month. They beat us 121 to 104. They whipped their asses, and I wanna see us do the same to them. Yeah. So it's time to work. It's gonna be time to work during that game. That's for sure. There's no Super Bowl. That's right. Super Bowl is not this week. Super Bowl is next week. So you will get a definite yes for sure. Cultura after that game. On point. That will definitely be 3 times in a row. Back on track. Washington Wizards are 9-39. We lost this fucking game. They'd be problems. But we're going to have to see what's going on with this next game. Next game is going to be the real, okay, where is this team at? And then you judge this team for sure if they lose this game and how they lose this game. If we lose this game bad, judge them. Be like, doubt them. If they lose this game close, we were like, okay, that's fine. That's okay. It's no big deal. If they win this game, then things are good. And they should win this game. They need to win this game. They got everybody out. Jimmy's good. Bam is good. Hero's good. Rozier is finally he found a few things tonight that I think they can play off. His driving is really good because he'll drive in really hard and take a lot of people with him. And today was a great example of him opening it up. Hero's got to come out strong, man. Hero's got to start picking up the pace because I still feel he's not there yet. He's not where he's supposed to be. He's still not lighting it up. He's still in a fog because there was a couple moments where he should have just taken the ball and hit it right from the beginning of as soon as it's in his hands, just take it. And he kind of hesitated, wanted to pass. He had gotten it from Rozier. I wasn't sure. And then I think they got he missed it or they got a violation or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was a sequence where I saw that Hero kind of messed up a chance there, and he lost the ball or it was a turnover. I know it. It was toward the end. And that seemed like that you saw a little bit of his discombobulation that you've been seeing since he came back from the ankle injury, and it's just almost like a timidness, I guess, if I had to really say it, because that's literally the first thing that came to my head. When I thought, what could it be? The first initial thing I said is he's timid because of the injury. And he's just timid because he doesn't want to get injured again, And this guy has had that's been his thing right now, and we don't want to make it a regular thing. He's just got to find a really good groove and stay strong, and he should be fine, man. but he's just had bad luck with stepping on the dude's ankle and that shit being really bad. And then he had bad luck with the hand shit, and those are like really two big hard injuries to come back from. So once he finds his rhythm like he was at the beginning of the season, I mean we should be good, man. And the whole another goal on top of the fact that you want to get into the playoffs absolutely healthy at 100% all around. You want to be in rhythm. You want to be in rhythm. You want to be playing well. And I think that's something that really propelled us last season was that sure we lost the game at the end of the season and we had to do the play-in game, but because we had to do the play-in game and we played desperate into the play-in game, and we were basically playing desperate all around because right after the play-in game you had to face Milwaukee, and it was like shit. I mean, it's Milwaukee. You can get totally waxed in 4 games straight if you lose that first game especially. You pretty much you put yourself in line to just get completely swept by Milwaukee, and that's something that the Heat didn't want to happen, and so they just rode the momentum of the previous game and being hot and healthy, and sure they lost Hero, and I bet I want to say losing Hero motivated them even more to be like someone's got to step up because what the fuck, and I think that I don't know. We just gotta be in rhythm, man. Gotta be rhythm. Gotta be healthy. And it's gonna be a really nice test to see this team tomorrow. I mean, on Sunday, um, because right now everybody's good. I don't know if how the Clippers are doing, and why should I? Who gives a rat's ass? It's the Clippers. They ain't gonna do shit. They're gonna give you 30. They're gonna do just like Celtics. They're gonna give you 35 and 13 in the regular season and out first round. Get out of here. Have a good day. It's either them or the Mavericks, one or the other. You know. So I don't know if they're all three playing. If all three guys play, Leonard, if everybody plays, I mean, this is gonna be a hell of a game because it's gonna be tough. So I mean, sure, all these guys are on the decline side of their careers, I guess if you would say. They're all still pretty good. I mean, Leonard still should be good. All these guys are good, and I mean, look at their record. They have a good record. So, but he can't take this one lightly. He got to go at this one like it's a good test for this team. Are we back from this? Did we shake off this bullshit of the fucking 7-game losing streak, or are we still gonna run another streak? No. Like, let's keep what we have going, and know that when it comes time to beat a good team, we can beat a good team. I think that's very important for the game. Is that it's really more about making sure that we can beat a good team, and that we can survive a good team without Kyle Lowry, because Kyle Lowry's shitty in the regular season during this crap, but in the postseason, man, he usually has 1 or 2 big fucking games, man, and that shit helps out a lot. He usually always has 1 or 2 games where he comes out and he's drilling threes. He's making defensive plays. He wins you games in the postseason. That's really going to be Terry Rozier's thing. Can Terry Rozier win you a game? Right now, I haven't seen that he's capable of winning you a game. Like, even though he's gotten a lot better and definitely like he was a little bit more cohesive today, I don't get any sense that this guy can win you a game. He has a horrendous 3-point shot. He hasn't made shit from 3. Like, he's bad at that shit. Compared to Kyle Lowry, Kyle Lowry would have, bad days, but eventually he drills them. And he usually drills them when you need him. So that's why I really got to see from Terry Rozier. Can you hit a 3? We need that more than anything. More than anything, we gotta just be deadly. And we're us losing Robinson. Who knows what the fuck happened to Robinson? Because he's there with a concussion or some shit. What the fuck happened to concussion? ¿Qué le pasó? ¿Quién le dio el nene? ¿Eh? ¿Quién le dio papá? I don't know what to tell you there. But I will tell you, put Swider in the game. We better see Swider, man. We gotta see Swider, man. One of these games, man. We gotta see Swider, man. What happened to Jovic? What happened to all our young guys, man? We went away from Kane. You know, I know that like I know that we got guys that we're loyal to, because sure, and we got to get the minutes and stuff like that, and I totally completely understand that. Okay, but we gotta get guys, these young guys, into the game, because again, I said the same thing in the previous Cultura. These guys are spark guys. These are guys that will kind of motivate veteran people to play better, as much as veteran people motivate them to play better. I mean, Hayward Highsmith got 15 minutes. And I don't know what his percentage was. What was it? Did they show you the plus minus here? No. No, they don't. They don't show you. You know. But Jimmy just had 24, and then Hero had 15. Bam had 20. You know, Caleb Martin's, you know, he's like, kind of game, but 29 minutes. I mean, I would have liked to have seen. Wildquez is killing it, man. Wildquez, 26 fucking minutes. I don't care. He's only got 7 points. I mean, sorry, he's got 8 points, dude. I don't give a shit, bro. He's out there, and he's producing. Kevin Love, only 15 minutes, gave you 13 fucking points, bro, in 15 minutes, man. I mean, that's how you fucking do it. That's how you goddamn fucking play this game. Okay? You want to know how to play the fucking game? Look at Kevin Love. 15 fucking minutes that guy had. 10 rebounds. 2 assists. 13 points. In 15 minutes. Hayward Highsmith had 15 minutes. He had 2 rebounds and 4 points. No assists. 10 rebounds in 15 minutes. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What are you doing? These guys don't need to be playing, like, Bam should not be playing 33 fucking goddamn minutes. Jimmy Butler should not be playing 36 fucking minutes. Okay? Hayward Highsmith's got to hit 20 minutes. Period. Get the fuck out. He's got to hit 20 minutes, period. He's got to have 20 minutes on him. Okay? Terry Rozier, you cannot give Terry Rozier 30 fucking minutes. Terry Rozier had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 15 points. That's a great stat line. That's a great stat line. That's a great stat line, like in 1983. In 1983, that's a bomb-ass stat line, bro. Hell, 1990, that's probably a great-ass stat line. 15 points, 8 rebounds. Almost had a double-double. That's what they would have said back in the day. 30 minutes. No. No. Not when Kevin Love, 40 goddamn years old, you know, ahí con una, you know, with a cane and a walker y con espalda mala ahí. Guy goes out there, gives you 15 minutes, puts up 13 points. Get the F out of here, bro. What are we doing? Terry Rozier, 30 fucking minutes for Terry Rozier? No. That's 6 minutes less than Jimmy. Get out of here with that shit. No, that guy's got to produce. I appreciate the 15 points, but he's got to learn how to produce in less minutes. Sorry. I mean, Caleb Martin, you gave Caleb Martin 29 goddamn fucking minutes, bro, and he just came up with 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 points. That's all Caleb had. That's all Caleb had to give you. In 29 fucking minutes. No way, man. We got to go deeper. Go deep into this shit, man. We're reaching a point where you won't be able to go deeper because you got to go in. You got to start, like, sharpening the knives. That is the starting 5 that you're going to go into the playoffs with. I hate this shit that we're like, you know, when this guy, like, he does the Wheel of Fortune, merry-go-round, who's going to play, I don't know, the Himalaya. Why is Tyler Hero wearing, like, this bunny ear thing? Jesus Christ. Terry Rozier had 11 free throws. attempts tonight. That was Kyle Lowry's total for the last 13 appearances with the Heat. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Definitely, he's definitely. But that wasn't Kyle Lowry's game. Is not to fucking. I mean, Kyle Lowry's old, bro. He's not gonna go in there y matarse, bro. That wasn't his game. You know, Kyle Lowry is a distributor, bro. But Kyle Lowry wasn't scoring. You know, I guess. Whatever. But I don't think this is Kyle Lowry's time, man. Kyle Lowry's a bench. Kyle Lowry was a bench guy, and that was not his time. His time is the postseason. So right now he's like whatever. He doesn't give a shit. I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna get a nice little taste of on Sunday. Then that's gonna be a moment for the Heat to kind of show us: are we truly on a track? I'm not gonna say the right track, trending in the right direction. No. Are we alive? Are we awake? Did we wake up this morning and fix up the bed? Did we shower? Did we brush our teeth? Did we put on deodorant? Did we wipe our ass probably today? Did we? I don't know. That's what we're gonna find out on Sunday. We have Sunday's not even stepping out the door, bro. Like Sunday's like we just waking up out of bed. Like right now I tossing, I fighting the alarm. I don't want to get up right now. Just give me 5 more minutes. That's what we're doing right now. Then I watched something. Oh, I started rewatching Luke Cage. Oh God, gotta bring that back. Gotta bring that back. So good. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I guess we'll cut it here. We'll let you be about yourselves on this Friday evening, heading into the night that is already here. And yeah, because we'll be here on Sunday again, ranting about the same shit, saying the same thing, probably ranting about a loss or whatever. As long as they fight a little bit, maybe, who knows? We'll see. But guys gotta start, you just gotta start knocking down shots, man. And I hopefully by Sunday, el pobrecito nene, Duncan Robinson is his boo boo is better. Y la cabecita no está mala. I don't know what to tell you, bro, because I don't know how does the guy get a concussion? What happened? Some truck him? I don't know. What happened? So we'll see. Hopefully that guy's back and he's shooting and missing wide open shots, and then we'll feel better about it. Sorry, my bad. We'll feel better about ourselves. Sorry. Okay. Sometimes I break, man. I can't wait to tell you. Like I don't know what to tell you. Oh man, and this is like it's such a weird moment with the Heat because you don't know what the hell's going on. That's pretty much where we're at right now, and everyone just it's annoying because I would figure by now media and people would just see it as for what it is, which is these guys are just they don't give a shit about this time, and it's just the quick assessment of like, oh yeah, they're bad, and I'm like, I don't think they're really bad team. I mean, there's bad teams in the NBA because they're young and with players that either haven't learned or have never learned. So there's always gonna be a bad team, But for the most part, everybody's capable of winning. If they can shoot a three, you can win in this league, But I don't want to say that's the only thing because I mean, look at how Golden State, they don't win. So there are other factors, but that said, like I still feel players are like they're all good. It's not an easy run, dude. So, you gotta take these wins, man. we gotta take it when we can, and we gotta make sure that. One thing I hate is when this team is scrambling, because like the same way that we scramble at the end of games, like we scramble at the end of the season, and that shit's just frustrating. And essentially, that's what happened last year, and that's why I really would rather not make that a habit. But it's such a paradox. This team is such a paradox because you know that if they get time off is not good for the Miami Heat. So even now, when we go into the All Star break, if we are running clean and we have a good win streak or something, I'm worried that I'm worried that that becomes a habit. And looking right now, I see Highsmith 0 for 4 from 3 in just 15 minutes. 0 for 4 from 3. That's a problem. Go 0 for 2 and you dump something. But you know what are you gonna do? He starts hitting him. But I didn't like is that he got less minutes. Rozier, I liked how he was playing, sure, but we gotta go a little deeper. We gotta give other guys the rock more. Like Hero has got to be the point guard more than Terry Rozier. Okay? Hero needs the ball in his hand so that he gets better at handling the ball. That has always been like sometimes his crutch is that he can get a little sloppy with it. Even as like good as he is with it. And he just needs that ball to feel comfortable and to kind of control the game around him. We still haven't. Spo still has not put in the confidence and put the green light in making Hero the centerpiece of this team. And Hero has got to be the centerpiece of this team. Hero is our best scorer. So we got to figure out a way to make him like the guy that this whole team revolves around. I'm sorry. I know we want to revolve around Jimmy, and we do revolve around Jimmy, even if we would revolve around Hero, because Jimmy is the one to control everything, but his best weapon to use is Hero. So he's got to like kind of do that. I mean, I know he's making threes this year, and he's shooting them nicely, but still, it's not as good as Hero. Hero's shot is the best shot on the team, and it's got to get brought back to normal. And I feel it's not normalized yet because he is just not touching the ball enough. And when he does touch the ball and he'll fuck it up at some point, he'll turn it over, and then we kind of get away from him, and we can't do that. We can't be scared. We got to just keep feeding this kid. And, I mean, we went through a 7-game losing streak. What the fuck? Who cares, Why weren't we doing that? I don't know what to tell you. It's just, that's what I feel. He needs more touches. He needs more. A lot of it has to go through him, not just like, oh, it ended up in his. You saw today how it ended up in his hands, and he couldn't really decide what to do in it, and it turned it over. And it's like, he needs that confidence back. You could see it when he plays. Sometimes he's hesitant to go because he wants to involve everybody, and he doesn't want to be selfish. And no, he's got to be selfish. He's got to be the guy that wants it every single fucking time, and he wants the spotlight, and he wants to win, and he knows he can do it. Because he can. He has the ability to hit threes. He has the ability to shake people. He has the ability to drive to the basket. He has the ability to dunk, sort of. You've seen him dunk. And we've seen him get killed, but everybody in this league gets killed. No one in this league is Michael Jordan. No one in this league is even LeBron in his prime, Dwayne Wade in his prime. Nobody is like that right now. There is nobody like that right now, okay? Everybody right now is beatable. Even Jovic or Jokic, he's fucking beatable. He can be beat. He beat us last year, and they had their run, and they did really well. But, those guys can get beat. Anybody can get beat by the three. If they're not shooting the three well, and the other team's shooting the three well, goodbye. That's set in stone in the new NBA. Okay, so there's no reason for us to feel like it ain't plausible with this group. You know that it's not. Hey, come on. Of course it is. We have enough. These guys just again are kind of sleepwalking this shit. You know, and I would rather go be into a game healthy, not against the top one, but again or not again really. Another point is that the matchups is the NBA is all about the matchup, and right now we are just our matchup in the postseason has always been the Celtics. It's Celtics are a great matchup for us because we can take them and we have history with them and shit. And so that history puts so much pressure on the Celtics, man. More on the Heat because the Heat ultimately the Celtics are still trying to beat the Heat, beat the big three. You know, they're still trying to exorcise the ghost of Jason Terry that haunts that place, you know? Because fuck, man, like that was a really big, you know, like their wins against, you know, with Larry Bird and in the past, against the Lakers and that whole era is like almost pretty much it's not forgotten because these guys are still alive. Larry Bird's still alive and people still remember that. I mean, you know, they harken back to that and shit. So, you know, it's always gonna be in the minds of people. But I mean, that's a gone generation at this point, you know, compared to like the people that are being born now. They're not gonna. Sure, maybe a few people will be like, hell yeah, they were, but it's not anymore, man. It's moved on. They moved on, so it's like there's no dominant force. There's no reason to be like, oh my god. Um, it's just a lot of it is really health. How are you shooting the three going into the postseason? And the matchup, you know, do you go up against somebody that you know their tendencies and you know that they fear you in some kind of way or there's something in the that you can use to exploit against them, you know? Like we don't match up well against Denver because we never faced Denver. We faced Denver twice. That's why it's tough going against the West sometimes because we only face them twice a year. You know, and the same for them. But I I think we got to dig a little deeper into the bench. Experiment. Use this time to experiment. See what these guys got us. Where the hell is Swider? Where the hell is Jovic? You know. Um, um, you know, didn't play at all. Is he gonna play? He's gonna play at all. I mean, like I'm looking for some kind of news on him. Trade for a controversial player. Miles Bridges. Why is Miles Bridges controversial? Did he do something? I don't know. Who cares? I don't think so. No, we don't need to do that. We just really need to start Jovic. I think Jovic. Excuse me. I think he needs to play, and like obviously, like apparently he said some shit, and you know, and but he needs to fucking play, bro. He needs to play. Swider needs to play. Like the fact that the NBA contract rule impacting Miami Heat, Kane, Swider, and Hampton. That's why these guys aren't playing. Oh, because they have a certain. They can only play a certain amount of times, probably. Having easy to position against the luxury tax for last week's trade. Miami Heat. No, let's still find this in the numbers game. It's a case. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, of course, it's behind a paywall. So I don't know, man. Like, when are these guys? See, it's like an hour ago at the Skyforce star set to shine bright in NBA All-Star Indy. Two-way player Cole Swider was selected to participate in the NBA G League. Up next game presented by AT&T during All-Star Weekend. So Cole Swider is gonna be, and our other guy, Alondis Williams. I think he's on our team. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they're Sweet Falls Skyforce. They're gonna be at the NBA All-Star game. Why are we not playing Cole Swider? What the hell are we doing? I'm telling you right now. So when it happens, I can come back to this episode of Cultura on February 2nd, 2024, 222024. 222024. 222024. Cole Swider. When you're gonna play him and that guy starts killing it, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, how did this guy come from?" I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna just replay this over and over and over again for everyone to hear. Cole Swider, bro. He's obviously the next Max Juice. Obviously, for sure. Let's go. Put him in there. And let Swiderman go. Let him swing. What more do you want, man? This guy's, Duncan Robinson's not playing. It's perfect. It's a perfect time for him to get out there and get some playing time. Get him over here, man. Have him meet us in LA, and let's go. Put him out there. Let's see what we're doing. Come on. But I don't know. I don't know the full extent of the contract and how that's. I'm sure that's what it is, that they can only play a certain amount of time. But I don't know. Then sign the guy, bro. Because we obviously need fucking players, man. We need guys. I don't know, man. Bringing in this guy, so this Rozier guy is fine, man. But if we got a dude that's basically gonna represent, the G League All-Star team, like, come on, what the hell are we doing? Get that guy some time. But no, you know what? Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Forget what I said. Fuck it. Let's just, who gives a shit? Yeah, let's, I know I said we'd stop it like 3,000 years ago, but let's do it now for sure, because I wanted to make sure I got a good 20 minutes in after I crossed the 1 hour mark, because I knew I'd started like 20 minutes late on this shit. And I apologize for that, but I had to make a little bit of coffee because I was a little bit like falling asleep. And also, I had to wash the dishes because the thing was dirty, and I'm not going to just wash the coffee thing when the whole sink is full of dishes and all stuff that I had to clean with the Tupperware from work. And I was like, oh, I got to do this because if not, the cat's going to get up. So I did it. So fuck it. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. But you know what? What do you care? Because I'm going to cut the episode anyways. So it don't matter. There you go. We'll be back here on Sunday after the game, which starts at 6 p.m. And we'll see if El Barbu can be stopped. And see if, I don't know, Swider makes an appearance. Somebody makes an appearance. I don't know. Start these guys, man. We got to start deep dipping into the young guys, man. The young guys are good. The young guys need playing time. I think the young guys will make it a lot easier on Jimmy and a lot easier on Bam, man. Like right now, they're putting too many minutes. You're putting too many minutes on these guys, bro. 36 minutes, man. That's too many minutes on Jimmy right now, dude. There's no reason to be doing that for him. Jimmy, everybody should be averaging like 25 minutes a game. It shouldn't be anything like 30 minutes and all this shit. Like, we shouldn't be scrambling like this, dude. No. This is a sign of desperation, man. So, why? There's no need for that. Let's get back into a group, but make sure we don't overwork these guys and kill you. But tomorrow, on Sunday, we're going to see. We're going to see what... Tomorrow, forget the team. Okay? Really focus on what Spo is doing. Okay? Because we're in the middle of his mad scientist fucking bullshit. 40 games in, we're halfway through the season. So, we're halfway into Spo's experiment. And every year with the Miami Heat, it's Spo's Frankenstein. This is not anything else other than Spo, doing it. And creating his monster. Every year. that's what it is, man. So we're in the middle of his experiment. We're in the middle of his brainstorm. We're in the middle of his psycho madness, you know? So really pay attention to Spo, this Clipper game, and the decisions that he ultimately makes to win or lose this game. That, I think, is going to be very important. More important than the play of Hero, is how this guy Rozier fits in, or is Butler doing good, and is Bam back in rhythm. No, that's sure. That shit's important, sure. But more important, does Spo make a stupid decision? Does Spo keep a guy out for too long? Does Spo put a guy in for too long? Does Spo call a timeout to it? Does Spo, like, I mean, is he motivating these guys? Is he good, calling good plays? I mean, like, what's going on? This is a game that Spo should win. It's also really important because, because we're heading into, that's right, we're going to face the Bucks, man. I just thought of Doc Rivers right now. I'm sorry. And for a second, I was like, wait, are we facing Doc? Because Doc Rivers coached the Clippers at some point, and I was like, oh, no, wait, he already coached the Clippers. It's the Bucks that were, and I just had to make sure. And, because I don't know what to say. But, so that's going to be the ultimate battle at that end. But these guys just gotta put another one together, man. And if we can win this one at the Clippers, ain't no reason why we go up against the Magic and we beat the Magic. And we gotta beat the Magic. The Magic game is actually probably gonna be a little bit, I want to say a little key, bro, because they're like the ones that are on our heels. And if we can beat them then, and beat them down, back down to size a little bit, that'll go a long way in the end when we just are dropping games because we don't give a shit, and it's at the end of the season and we just want to get into the postseason. So we're barely gonna make it in. And it's going to ultimately come down to whether we beat the Magic. So I'd rather beat the Magic. And then we can get an easy one with the Spurs, man. And that's another game that's totally winnable, Magic and Spurs. So we can be going into the Celtics, okay, on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game winning streak. And that would go a long way to how, like, wow, these guys were on a 7-game losing streak, and all of a sudden they're on a 5-game win streak. And that would be the story. Oh, and they're going against the Celtics. The Celtics are coming into town, and then we have to beat the Celtics. Then, bro, we have to put the fear of God still into Celtics so that they are reminded, hey, we're still here. I know you've beaten us big so far this season, but you know what? When we want to flip it, we can flip it, and that's all that matters. So it would go a long way to win that game. And then you're talking about us being on a 6-game winning streak, going into the Bucks, which is like going into Milwaukee. The Bucks have already beat us, I think, twice already this season. Into their house with Doc Rivers, like again going up against Spo, and this matchup being a preview of a possible playoff series, and how important that it is that Doc Rivers comes in and keeps the Milwaukee ship, from sinking, especially against the Miami Heat, who he has a habit of losing to. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it because, I mean, that's what we've experienced in the past. And I don't fear Doc Rivers. I don't. Let's go. Let's go. And I think that's going to be a really good game if you go into this thing with a 6-game win streak. That's going to be big. That's going to be a huge fucking game. Huge game. And it's not because it's a huge game because, we're going to catch them up in the standings. No, at that point, even with the 6-game win streak, we're still going to be behind these motherfuckers like 10 games. Who the fuck? It's just, it's the principle. It's the idea. It's the fact that, like, oh shit, the Heat, we thought they were out, and then all of a sudden they're coming in here and they're hot as hell and they beat our asses. And you do that, and then you go into the 76ers on Valentine's Day, and you get ready and that's going to be the Valentine's Day massacre of the 76ers. That's what we want. So that you go into the All-Star game literally on like an 8-game winning streak. This is totally plausible. Ain't no reason the Heat can just turn it on right now and go into the All-Star game with an 8-game winning streak. I know it's like probably not going to happen because, it's probably not going to happen. But if we can do that, an 8-game win streak, I think the Heat will send a message. People will notice. And then maybe they won't notice. Maybe they'll be like, oh, typical Heat. But I know 2 teams will notice, and 3 teams will notice, and that will be the Celtics, Bucks, and the 76ers, who are at the top of the standings right now on the Eastern Conference. Or not really, but the 76ers are 5th. At the top is Celtics, Bucks, and the Knicks, which the Knicks are basically the 76ers, so who gives a shit? And if we can beat Celtics, Bucks, and 76ers, those teams are like going to be like, fuck, we don't want to face these guys. And it's the Knicks that are like, oh, we're better than everybody, we're better than the Heat, the Heat suck, and all stuff like that. You know how they are now. Just like they were last year. Go ahead, have the 32-7 record, or 17 record. Go ahead, kill yourself with that shit. Just like get into the punching match between those teams. Go ahead. Do your whatever you got to do, because for us it doesn't matter if we go up against the Bucks. And that's what we'd face right now. We'd face the Bucks in a rematch of last year, and it would be like, yo, you better beat us with Damian Lillard and Doc Rivers. You better. You fucking better, man. I'm not gonna go in there being like, yeah, though the Heat are gonna. I'm gonna go in there thinking the Heat are gonna win, but I would go in there also like, if you beat us, you beat us because you're supposed to beat us. You're the number 2 team in the league. You're supposed to beat us. You're supposed to beat the Heat. Or just 3 games over 500. Why are we shocked that we would lose to number 2? You're supposed to beat us. The real shock is if you lose to us again, 2 years in a row. That's more of a shock. So I can see that totally happening. With this team, even though this team is kind of like lackadaisical and not really giving a shit, and it's just, bro, we just don't give a shit right now, bro. We just really don't. And I see that the Knicks are on a 9-game winning streak. That's great. You see, Knicks are on a 9-game winning streak. You don't think we can pull fucking the same thing? 8-game winning streak going into the fucking All-Star against these teams? Come on, we can do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So that's what we're hoping for. So I would definitely put my money on the Clippers for them to win against the Heat on Sunday. That's how we do it. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can parlay all those games, the 8 games. Let's see if we can do that. Because I like it. I'll do it. So Sunday, Clippers, one more time, in your face, covered in jello. Heat Cultura. Heat Cultura. Heat Cultura. Heat Cultura. Heat Cultura. Heat Cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it, now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am studiomogura. Studio Mogura. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the CashApp. All donations go toward the making of my independent film and my independent animated pilot. Anything that you can donate, seriously, helps a lot way, because the whole goal is like, look, if you guys can fund me, I'll quit my job and I'll just make content. And I'll make great content for you guys, but I got to get funding first to make the content. That's just how it is. So that's this constant struggle that we're in. But yeah, so just, support. You can donate, put your name in the memo. And if you do that, I'll actually include you in the credits of the film or the animated pilot, whichever one you're donating to. And you'll get producer credit. So, it's a good deal. If you donate more than $100, if you donate more than $100 for either the animated pilot or the feature, you'll get producer credit, and I'll put you in the IMDb listing, okay? So please do that. Also, buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon, softcover, and Barnes & Noble for the hardcover. Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s, basically my adventures as a raver, going to this party called Full Moon Nights that took place at a go-kart amusement arcade after they would close. and it was like an all ages crazy event that was full of just debauchery and full of awesome times and great music and great vibes and just crazy shit and young people having fun. Um, so yeah, so please check that out. Check out my comic shop, octotaco.com, which you hear the Revan? That's what I deal with. You check out my comic shop, octotaco.com, where you can buy my comics from my personal collection, and you can read my blog that I do my postings and my writings and stuff whenever I can. I'm trying to write this thing about the Iron Fist. It's just I hope they bring back everybody. So I was trying to write like a pro Iron Fist, like please keep it the same way and just pick it up where it left off, And so yeah, so check that out. And then check out my TeePublic, which I have a lot of great designs, including the brand new official Cultura t-shirt. Buy the official Cultura t-shirt available on my TeePublic shop. Just search Studio Mogura on TeePublic or use the QR code. And then also check out my Spotify playlist. That is my discography from 1999 to 2003 with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. So we're gonna be back here on Sunday. The game starts at 6, so I'm guessing around 9 o'clock or some shit like that. It's probably gonna be like there, depending on what happens. I mean, if it's all out war and hell and brimstone, maybe I don't know. You know what? Win or lose, we're here. Okay, win or lose, no matter what, we are here. Let's make the promise right now because we got 2 in a row. So let's just keep it. Let's just keep it going. Let's go forward. We got to get it. And I know I have to update the podcast. I'm going to try and do that this weekend. It's just as time goes. I mean, every time I upload it, I'm waiting for it to take the audio, extract the audio out. And then I'm like, waiting. And I forget about it. And I start doing other shit. And by the time I realize, oh shit, this thing never uploaded. It's already like time for me to go to bed. And that keeps on happening. So I'm sorry. But I will update the podcast and I will get everything back on track. So we will be back here on Sunday after the game against the Clippers for another edition of Cultura. My friends, don't freak out. Just freak out.